Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Lyn Drennen Brown Live. What did one politician say to the other politician? How good can you lie? What did one president say to the other president? This land is your land. This land is my land. This land is their own land. This land is everybody's land. This land was made for you and me. What did the other president say to the other president? This land is big enough for you and me. It's big enough for them. It's big enough for they. It's big enough for we. This land actually was made for you and me. How many blondes does it take to go ahead and screw in a light bulb? One to hold the chair, one to hold the blonde, and one to turn the blonde. So now it takes 3. What did the other blonde say to the other blonde when they went going to go out? Well, come on, blonde. Come on, blind, let's go out and have fun. What's black and white and red all over? A newspaper. Now, here's one for you. 2 people were sitting there in the living room watching Western, and they had a teenage son. And each night, downstairs after taking a bath, a happy smile on his face and everything. So finally, one night, the parents asked, "What's with the smile?" And he said, "Well, Mom, Dad, I just took bath bubbles." Dad says, "I've taken the bath bubbles too." Mom says, "So have I." He says, "Yes." He says, "And there's nothing wrong with that." So then he says, the young teenager went upstairs, came back down the next night. He says, "Mom, Dad," he says, "I took bath bubbles." Dad says, "I thought I told you, everybody takes bath bubbles." Now, let's not continue this conversation because it's useless. So the teenager says, "But Dad," he says, "I don't want to hear no more of it. Go up to your room." He says, "Play on your computer or whatever." He says, "Let us finish our Western." "But Dad," the teenager says, "but Dad," Dad says, "You heard what I said. Go straight upstairs to your room." And he says, "But Dad," and Mom says, "What did your dad just say? Go straight upstairs to your room. Lock the door, and we'll continue discussion later." So they're sitting there watching the Western, and knock on the door. The dad answers the door. This beautiful lady standing there with nothing but a raincoat on says, "Hi, is Dad here?" He says, "Who are you?" She says, "Hi, I'm Bubbles." The dad just shook his head. "Dagwood!" Went back to watching the movie. And so now I'm partially deaf, but I get my hearing back recently. Well, since I got my dentures. And I go by the picture language, like this is hat, this is love, I, or food. Because I never really learned the sign language except for I can spell with it. Like ROBIN. Then you got JIMMY. And I love you. Hungry, so good. I saw no the picture language. Anyways, I was walking down the street, at one time, and this is before I got my dentures in. And the guy's saying something. I don't know what he's saying. And at that time, I had to turn. I had to turn to look. He says, "I'm talking to you." He says, "Did you not hear what I said?" I'm looking at him, reading his lips. He says, "What are you doing? Look at me in the eyes." I said, "Well, your body language is saying something that I really don't like. So, what are you trying to say?" He says, "Are you deaf?" I said, "Huh? Do you not hear?" I said, "Yes, I hear you. But your body language is saying something totally different than what your mouth is saying." "You read body language?" He's like, "Yes." He says, "Whoa." I says, "Yeah, sometimes it can be kind of dangerous." He's like, "Yeah. Um, well, I was just wondering if you seen a dog." Uh-uh. "What kind? Small, short?" "Oh, by that time, this little dog comes out. There he is, never mind." "Okay." So then I got my teeth out, got my brand new teeth in, got my hearing back. I also can see down to the end of my block where it says the big old stop sign where I used to have to have glasses. So now I don't need to have my glasses either. So I'm loving to hear everybody's voice. I'm that's why I was partially deaf though. Because you might say uh like a rhyming word that rhymes with tree. I might think you say T. No, I'll say no, I don't want any. Or seeing that I have dyslexia, you know, I might put in a word that doesn't belong in there. Now I'm not going to try to do it because if I try to do it, it won't happen. But it's just like sort of kind of like happens. So like I'm going to try to give you an example. Um, if I want to say me, I might say B, something like that. It depends on what I'm. And even when I'm writing, it happens that way too. Not all the time, because my spelling is not right either. So I'm not good at spelling. I'm dyslexia. Yes, you heard that right, but it was like I said, it's blame it on the dyslexia because I put in the words where they don't belong, and that was just a kind of tiny mess up that I corrected real quick. It's dyslexia, and that's what it came out to be. And so yes, as the example just happened. Okay, that just happened. Now, so I'm partially deaf. I am uh, still reading body language, and I have dyslexia, so I'm putting the words where they don't belong. And if I like a word that somebody says, well, I'll just keep repeating that. They're like, you already said that. I'm like, yes, I know, but I love the way it sounds. So now I'm really, really like trying to be funny, which I'm pretty sure I am. So this will conclude the comedy for tonight. I love you guys. God bless. Because I'm more in my poetry mode today.